There's Made Network.
Vaughn.
Scott.
Andrew. Alright, what'd you guys watch?
Warfare.
Oh, was that any good?
I don't know.
Oh.
Depends on how you define good.
It's depressing, wasn't it?
Very.
I thought it was just intense.
It was intense, it's depressing, but it's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. It starts out very effing slow, and you're like, what am I watching? When is something going to happen? Is it going to happen?
It's just like Warfare.
And then the shit hits the fan, and then shit hits the fan. The problem that I had with it, you remember when we were kids and we would read like G.I. Joe comic books, or we would read like and they would say like, some kind of army or technical jargon.
Oh yeah.
And then they would have like a little asterisk, and it would like explain
That's what
to
this
you.
is, yeah.
We needed a glossary or
asterisk.
whatever for
It's all
this
military
epic
jargon.
movie, because it is talking all that stuff, and I'm
All
just
those
like,
acronyms.
I do not know what the fuck they're talking about half of the time. It's not bad, it's good. It's just, like I said, it started really slow. I didn't know what was going to happen. It's on, what is it on, HBO?
Oh, God.
I don't know what we
ask.
watched it on.
It's one of them I actually have.
Right.
So it's either
I mean-
HBO or, no, it wouldn't be Netflix. HBO, Hulu, or Amazon Prime. So it's probably
I
HBO.
think it's but anyway, it's fine.
Cool.
I mean, it was good.
Anybody watching Chad Power?
No, I don't even know what
Do
that
you
is.
like that?
Yeah, it's really
Is
good.
it good? Okay. I might give it a
If
shot.
you like Running Point and Ted Lasso, you do
Okay, then I might.
If you can get over...
I just know that the concept was from that whole Eli Manning thing where he went, undercover disguise as a kind of, goofy, older quarterback-looking person.
okay.
And because I seen that, where he went to some college and they're like kind of making fun of him because he's like, look at the old guy, whatever, but he's got all these prosthetics on. And then he's like just showing these guys up because he's like making every throw in the world, and everything. And they're like, whoa! And then of course he rips it off and it's like, it's Eli Manning, so.
So the setup for this one is there's this quarterback he played in college, and he was about to win the game, and he ran across the goal line. Well, he was celebrating before he got across the goal line and like dropped the ball.
Of course.
And then
That's
someone
what these
else
idiots do.
picked it up and ran it back.
And they lose the
won.
national championship
Yeah,
game.
so he comes across as a total idiot, and then there's a kid.
Well, he is.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a dad and like a kid in a wheelchair right there who are like talking to him, like saying something to him, and he's like yelling at them, and somehow he punches the dad out, and the dad like falls on the kid in the wheelchair and like knocks him out of the. It's all on like national TV. So
Of
he's
course.
like a pariah, right?
Yeah.
But he's pretty good quarterback. Like he's got physical talent or whatever. Well, so his life is washed up. He's trying to play in the XFL. He can't even get them to hire him because he's such a pariah or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So then there's some college football team that their quarterback is out, and they're doing like open tryouts for a quarterback. Well, his dad happens to work in LA, and he's like a makeup artist. So he grabs a bunch of prosthetics from like his dad, like facial stuff, and changes his face, and then goes like does this weird like voice, and he goes and like tries out. And
And of course gets it because he's got natural talent.
It's funny though because he doesn't immediately get it. Like he still has to kind of like earn his way on there, So it's, I don't know.
Okay.
There's only like 3 episodes, but it's entertaining.
It's entertaining?
like-
Okay.
There's only 3 out, or there's
Only
only
3
total?
out. There's going to be 6 total.
Glenn
There's only
Powell
3 out.
in general is kind of has
What is
a...
it
So
on?
it's so weird. It's on Hulu. It's so weird because Glenn Powell, he looks so different. You don't really get that Glenn Powell, and he talks in a weird voice.
Okay.
It doesn't even feel like you're watching Glenn Powell most of the time.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird, though. But yeah, I mean, like I
And
said,
he
it's
has
fun.
a certain charisma, though, I think, in general.
Yeah, I've
'Cause if
started
you
to
watched,
really...
what was the other one, The Hitman?
Yeah, he's got
He does
charisma.
pretty good
Sure,
there. He
yeah.
also did pretty good in that comedy with Sydney Sweeney. I
Yeah,
can't
Anyone
remember.
But You or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
I like Glenn Powell, and I'm really excited about Running Man. I think that's going to be amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, I like Glenn Powell. It's pretty entertaining. I think it turns out that I really like sports, like comedy dramas.
Sports comedy drama.
Like, did you guys
Ted
watch
Lasso.
Stick on like Apple?
I did.
That was,
the
like,
one
really
with,
good.
that
Owen
guy with the
Wilson?
broken
Isn't
nose.
it just like fucking Ted Lasso?
They are.
It's more like Happy Gilmore, really, because it's golf.
Oh, yeah, Happy Gilmore. I'm sorry, it's Happy Gilmore. Yes,
It
looks
is.
exactly
But
like Happy Gilmore.
it's like Happy Gilmore, but it's got like good characters and like a heart, and there's like they have backstory, and they're all have their own personal struggles, and they kind of grow. And
I had no better.
you don't like feel good sports types.
I
Well,
do
no,
like. I do.
No,
I mean,
Yeah, like I like the
so,
sports, and it's like feel
I
good,
like
you
the
got
sports
characters.
and good characters, and I like the sports ensemble comedies. I guess I would say. So.
I just reeked of Happy Gilmore.
It's really different than Happy Gilmore,
But
but
what I saw in the preview.
I honestly think I would like Stick. except
Oh,
for
you
the
would.
fact that
It's really
on,
well done.
What is it? Apple TV,
Apple TV.
or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of digging all these like sports, like dramedy combos. And
Okay.
comedies. So-
Okay. I may have to give it a shot. if
And
I
it got
don't
like really, like I think people were like really down on it for some reason when I'm watching it. And it's a little rough at the start, but by the 3rd episode, it's really starting to fire on all
Okay.
cylinders.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay, I'll keep that one in mind if
Okay.
I need some. I watched Weapons.
Oh, how was Weapons? I didn't watch it.
So
Is it better than Barbarian?
no,
Oh.
I think
I've
I
heard
liked
before.
Barbarian better. But Barbarian is very much. And so here's the thing: Barbarian, I had no idea what the f was going on.
I don't know anything was
for
going on
one.
in Weapons. I saw the trailer.
So when I watched Barbarian, I think part of the reason why I liked it so much is because when it comes to horror, I don't like the torture horror. You know, I don't like a lot of blood and guts typically. I mean, it's not like it upsets me by any means, but I don't need to see that type. I felt like Barbarian had it kept me guessing, you know, had some kind of cool twists, you know, you were wondering stuff. And I loved the fact that it halfway through Barbarian, it suddenly flipped the script and like it was a totally different movie almost in
Correct.
some ways.
That was what was cool with it.
Remind me, Barbarian.
So Barbarian was one in which this girl like rents a
The
B&B.
Airbnb.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's got
and
That's what I
Justin
thought.
Long.
yeah, and then and it has Justin
Okay.
Long in the
I know what
second
it is
half
now.
Okay.
where he like actually owns the house.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and he's measuring the.
he's
square
measuring the
footage.
house because he wants to sell it.
Right.
Okay, but you remember how Barbarian is, in which halfway through all of a sudden the story changes to a
Yes.
different point of view. Okay, so this director did the same one there, you know, it was the same one. So he's doing that similar idea in which with Weapons, the idea is there's like a class of 17 children, third graders or something like this, and all of a sudden one day the teacher comes into her class and only one of them are there. The other 16
Have
all
disappeared
disappeared
over the night. They
over
all
the
ran
night.
away.
Okay, and they all ran away. So that is the gist, and that is everything that happens in like the first 5 minutes is that they're showing you this. Then after that, it's the repercussions 30 days later after these kids have disappeared. All right, and how the direction is it takes its point of view from several different characters. So it starts from one character, shows how their day is going and what's happening going up to a certain point. Then it goes, if it does that for the third grade teacher who is Julia something Garner. There you go, from Ozark. She played the one
short little blonde girl.
Yeah.
With the curly hair.
Yes. Josh Brolin, he takes it from his point of view because he's the father of one of the kids that are missing. The guy who played the young Han Solo in Solo, I can't think of his name. He's a police officer in this one. It takes things from his point of view of kind of how things, but it's taking it from all these different points of view to kind of try to lead up to a climax, obviously, on where the kids are, why they're missing, ideas like that. So with that, it's kind of like this little bit of a slow burn because of the fact that it is taking all these points of view. Things are kind of happening over again in some aspects, but the story's always progressing, but it's progressing to a certain point where it's like finally trying to lead up to the kind of horror-ish type of aspect there towards in the last 30 minutes. Overall, I did like, okay, it just does have, because I've watched Barbarian, knowing that style, I kind of knew, okay, I know where it's going, and because of it, it did feel a little long-winded in spots because to try to get there. So be prepared for that. Because it is like a hair over 2 hours
It's
for a horror movie. So it's a little long for that, and it's trying to set up that atmosphere up to it. But I still like. Okay, I will definitely say it's worth a watch, and there are some parts in that movie that just it made me laugh. Out loud, as well as he can get a little over the top in some of the gore spots. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, I mean, you're seeing, limbs being ripped off and other things, so it's good in this kind of weird mix of like a suspense, drama, comedy, horror, in a way of trying to mix different genres, I think, overall to try to get a story across. So I recommend it, but don't put it as high as probably what, for me, when I watched it, all the reviews were saying it's ranked 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the best thing. It was ranked number 1 in 2 weeks consecutive at the movie theaters. So it was a movie that I was already interested in. And then it's like, ooh, from a director, I kind of liked his other movie, so it keeps pumping it up. When I watched it, I liked it, but it was like, it didn't knock me out, either. So, but it's good. It's definitely above your average, fare. I definitely don't want to discourage anybody from watching it. I just want to kind of temper your expectations.
I watched the original Friday the 13th.
Good for Kevin
I
Bacon.
know.
What?
I knew that Jason wasn't the killer, but I don't think it quite set in for me that you don't even see Jason with like a hot green. He's kind of a blood, yeah. And then we watched the original Halloween, which
Ooh.
is like a better movie than everything.
Oh, I mean, the thing with Friday the 13th was the fact of just kind of the overall play of the special effects and other things that they were trying to do at that time.
Now you need to watch.
I've seen that.
Yeah,
It's boring.
whatever. No,
That movie's not good at all.
Just-
No, I do. I've seen it. It's not very good.
yeah, you just don't.
And Emma even watched it for the first time recently. She's like, yeah, really. I don't know what all the hype was, yeah.
Oh.
Well, because everything's been copied
Yeah.
now too, so I wouldn't want to watch it for the first time, in today's day.
What was the last?
The return of.
The one where they're gentrifying the place, busing, and there's.
I don't know.
All right, what else do you guys watch?
I watched
K-pop
28
Demon Hunters.
Days later, 28 years.
28 years later? Ooh, what's
I
that
still
on?
need to see 28 Weeks
Hmm?
behind. I haven't watched 28 Weeks.
So
yet.
Barbara had never seen the other one, so we watched 28 Days, then 28 Weeks.
What did you think of 28 years? And what is it on?
It's
Anything?
on-
Is it
I think it's on
Peacock?
Netflix.
Yeah, I don't worry.
I think it's on Netflix.
Dude, we bounce around so much I don't fucking know.
Good grief.
Netflix.
Okay,
It's
I will
on
take your
Netflix.
word for that.
So apparently they're setting it up for like 3 more. This is gonna be the first one of like.
Is that what it was?
Is it
Okay, maybe
28
it is.
decades later.
I don't know. No,
No,
I
no,
think it's
no,
gonna
they're
stay
gonna
in this, but it's
do
gonna be like
consecutive.
3 movies.
Yeah, it's 3 movies
because
to
it
do the whole
leaves off
28.
on.
It definitely has a cliffhanger.
Yes.
I knew that.
So I did a little research. So the guy that directed the first,
Directs
he
this
didn't
one.
direct the second one,
No, but
he's
directs
back.
this one.
It is interesting. They do band on like the mythology, the
Damn, it is on
Whatever.
You
Netflix.
didn't believe me?
I did believe
but
that.
it's got what the hell is his name? Fine.
Right,
Fiennes?
Fiennes, yeah.
Like we
Well,
were
he's
watching it, and my wife
bald,
is like,
isn't he, or
yeah,
something? Yeah,
she's
so.
like, is that Ray Fiennes? And I'm like,
pretty
yeah,
old now.
he
Yeah,
is.
that's true too. He's probably like
Did you like?
60 or something.
Okay, so like the first one.
Danny Boyle.
I
is
love the
director.
first one.
Okay,
Never saw the.
Did you
all
like the second one?
I didn't see it.
I
need
did
to
like
watch
the
it.
second one is
myself.
totally different movie, completely
It is.
totally different movie.
It is.
And the third
But I
one
still
kind of
enjoyed
goes
it for what it
no,
was.
no, I enjoy it too,
Yeah.
but it's totally different. And then
The
third
first one just
goes
feels
back.
very frantic.
Yes.
I mean, it is very, it is days, and I mean, it feels like,
Right.
you're pumping and.
Well, and this is more like the first
You think
one.
28 years later we'd be past this?
Right.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is, like, I don't know that it ever left, like, England. I think it's just there.
Yeah.
But you've never seen the second
I saw like the first 20 minutes
Not
recently.
Really. Not really. But
I know it's 28 weeks later.
yeah. But that kind of sets it up to where, like, it's almost impossible. But I think, I didn't really said it, but I think it's like, well, in the first one, they see the planes go and stuff, so they think that it's, and in the second one, they do, because the Americans are over there, and they're trying to
helping out.
rebuild it, and so, like, it feels like it. But yeah, you would think after 28 years, you would be able to, like, get rid of the, anyway. I did enjoy it. They did leave it totally open to just roll into another. I think it'll be interesting. It's worth watching.
If I ever get around to seeing the
You
second.
don't really. I understand what you're saying, but it
I
doesn't
need
have.
to.
It doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't play off of the second one.
but I really want to.
You should. It's good. It's got
Okay.
Hawkeye and it's got Idris Elba. It's got that guy that was black guy. That got a lot of.
Got the
star
guy
power.
from the full Mon.
I forgot he. Yeah.
Who's also in Trainspotting, which was also.
Yeah. I never.
I never
I
did
never
either.
did see that one either.
Which is weird because I love. All right, Scott saw K-pop Demon Hunters. He's probably going to talk a lot.
I
about
have
it.
been-
I don't really need to talk about.
I have been hearing about this thing for a month. About
I
how
honestly thought the
epic great it
animation
is.
was pretty cool.
The animation
So
is great.
what
It's
about
by
the
the same
songs?
people who did.
What about the songs?
Spider-Verse?
Yeah. So
So-
so it's got that nice feel. The songs, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you like,
Do you like K-pop?
if you,
No, I don't.
if you,
Oh, then you won't like the song.
But that's
Exactly.
what I've heard from
Yeah.
other people.
Be my
that
soda
don't even
pop,
like-
pop. Be my soda
That
pop.
don't even like K-pop. We're just like bopping along.
to me, it just feels like
That's
any other
K-pop.
K-pop type of
Have
music.
you-
So.
Parts. I haven't seen the whole thing. 'cause
Yeah, but I mean, it's
refuse
K-pop. I mean,
to watch
it doesn't seem like it's anything real, unique with respect to that. But I thought the animation was great.
I think people watching it just have.
Maybe that's
maybe they really. Like
I've
it.
heard my fair share of K-pop thanks to the house and things. So
Well, it's a K-pop
okay,
household.
so but
Did,
yeah. So I mean,
Did everybody that lived in your house move with you, or did you leave some of?
well, no,
Everybody who
yeah. Wow, I left it behind.
Wow.
You come with the house.
Well, they're
so-
mostly kind of
Adultish.
We only got one kid still at home. The rest are all.
Let's see here. I watched Peace Hunter or
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. There you
Have
go.
you finished
I knew
it?
that was, well, I'm up to date anyway. There's one more episode left.
Oh, I thought it was all over.
No, there's one more episode
Okay.
tomorrow.
I'm behind. I've only watched up to.
Have you watched?
You guys talk about Peacemaker like every.
Have
No,
you?
we don't.
Have you watched then to know the
I-
twist about the other universe?
Guess not.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen the other universe.
Okay, but yeah, you don't know what exactly is the deal. in
No,
the other
I've got
universe
to the
yet.
part where-
Okay, so that means you probably watched up to episode 5, where he's decided he wants to go over there.
Yes.
and he wants to live there.
Yes.
and the team of whatever they call
Are gonna
themselves
go after
are
him.
going to go after him.
Right,
Okay, so
yes,
that's up to
that's what I
5,
watched.
and so 6 and 7 have come out.
Okay.
And when in episode 6, you find out what the deal is with the other universe,
Gotcha.
what its flaw, like, so to speak, and it's a little. I don't know.
So-
And it's trying to think.
So I would like to watch it. But so this is such a weird tangent. I watched the show Big
excited.
Brother. They came out with a show that was called. It was like a recap show of Big Brother, right? But they would bring on a celebrity guest for every a Big Brother fan.
Okay.
And they brought on James Gunn for
Oh,
the last
wow.
episode because apparently he's a huge
He's
Big
a
Brother
fan, huh?
And he was talking about Peacemaker, and I think it was episode 6 or episode 7, and he said it was like the craziest shit he's ever. Crazy batshit. Is that true for like one of the episodes, or
I
no?
don't know,
Okay.
to tell you the truth.
Gotcha.
I felt like
Yeah, Superman.
me personally, I felt like episode 5 where he was, had Peacemaker, being hunted there a little bit. I thought that was a little bit more, crazy and things. Episode 6 is a lot of setup and things going on in the universe, but there's a lot of humor in it, because of them over there trying to do stuff. And then 7 gets a little crazy because
was
of
7.
yeah, I could see somebody thinking 7 is, but 7's so short. 7 is like only 30 minutes long,
I know.
so it's pretty quick take. It's just there's a lot of crap that happens to affect Peacemaker's history that he knows, I guess, and some. So
Who did we? I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that black guy that's for the Argus.
Oh yeah,
That guy.
God damn
He
it!
had a bird. He told me it was the hell was it? A parrot or something?
He told me it was
He told me it was
this.
a parrot.
Whatever.
Why would
It
you
was an
lie
eagle.
to it?
It was
Why
a
would you-
duck.
A duck.
You told him.
Why would
Tim
you
Meadows.
take advantage? Yeah,
Tim
Tim Meadows.
Meadows.
He's like, why would you take advantage of somebody that has bird blindness?
I know.
It's an eagle.
Tim Meadows is not in the later episodes,
I'm gonna
unfortunately,
call
because
you-
they're in the other universe. But yeah,
Yeah, I've enjoyed what I've.
it's a good series. It's fun.
I
Anybody? I know you don't watch this. Do you watch any of the Boys Gen V type of thing?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I didn't even finish The Boys, man.
Okay, because Gen V season 2 is out.
Is out,
I tend to. I mean, the Boys should have wrapped up a season earlier than what I mean for the slapstick.
Is it
that
over?
It is. No, there's one more season left. Of
They're
the
coming
Boys.
out with one more.
Yeah, one more
Jesus.
season. Gen V is their take on like teenagers, the teenager, 20-something, drama a little bit more. I tend to, it's a bit more humorous. I tend to like it a little bit better, but that could be some of the newness with it though as well.
Right.
But they're doing season. And so there's some guessing, going on. Who is this guy, so. And they're like 5 episodes in. But I'm kind of liking it. They unfortunately, they had like a real life death of one of the characters. So of course, I think that's kind of derailed some things of where they wanted to go because they're trying to explain why a certain character is not there, that they probably actually had a setup for
Somebody that played a character on the movie actually
died in real life. Yeah.
Oh.
So when that happens, they're rejigging the script, to do stuff, and you can kind of
People died
almost
on.
feel that a little
I
bit.
understand that.
So, but overall, I kind of. I do enjoy Gen, but to each their, and it's still ongoing. I mean, I think they're like I said, 5 out of 8 episodes.
Yeah, I watched Hellraiser. It was like an hour and 20. I watched.
Do you not finish your day?
I've been watching horror. Hellraiser. Well, all the 28 movies. Hellraiser. Oh, have you ever seen the movie 1408 with Cusack and Samuel
Samuel
L.
Jackson, based on
No.
the Stephen King thing.
Is it based on Stephen King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I started watching that. I got.
All right, that it.
I believe so.